Okay, an update. So I figured out the microphone I'm going to use, and you're listening to it now. And it's the external microphone, the Saramonic. Um, what was it? Mic Bitty Mini or something like that. But anyway, I decided to use that. And I'll use the Rode Wireless Go mic on the other system. That way, when I'm live streaming or something like that and walk, you can still hear my voice. So that works out pretty good. I went to the backyard with that thing, no problem whatsoever. Um, I just don't like putting it in the car because it may get interference from radio stations and stuff, so I'll just leave it in the studio. I got the version 2 with the two mics in the car, so hopefully that's a better system than the one I have right here. But anyway, that's a solution. I took away the Rode podcast mic. Somehow that was interfering with the studio display, but also on the mic on the studio display, I forgot I had a firmware update to it, and the graphics may be better, but the sound went. So I don't know. And with the Apple update now and then, what happens is then I have to wait for a firmware update from my Ecamm Live Pro, the program I'm using to record this, to see if they fix it. But I'll put a shout out to the creator saying what's going on. So when I had the Rode podcast mic in, it would intermittently silence the studio display. And then when I turn off echo cancellation, then it worked, but then you heard garble. So I don't know what happened, but podcast stopped working for a while. I plugged it, looked at it, plugged it back in, it started working, but then nothing was working. After that update, it always messes up any software that you use. So the only warning I'm going to give you is, even with Windows, just expect to not everything to work all right. And if you take a camera and you take it out somewhere and shoot recording and stuff like that, with Canon, you got to remember you got to disable the InWrite for the SD card in order to view yourself on the LCD screen when you're streaming. And then you take it off in order to write eternally, off the HDMI or whatever. Yet little things that nag you, but you start learning the system and it works. So this is a ZV-E1, okay? I added a new feature, the A7C, right here. So it's another overhead. I could probably brighten it up a little bit. There we go. So that looks good. The only problem is if I turn on, let's say, this Q3, okay? You can see the screen. If I go to the menu, it's not that clear, okay? Even if I go all the way this way, it's hard to read. Here, let me move this back here. So see, it's hard to see. So I have to go to ZV-1 Mark II, which I have just a setting for. So I can show you some things. It's in the area where I like working on it. So I can go like this, move it around. And if you notice, no shaking. When I go to the A7C and I start doing stuff, see, the table shakes and then stops. So I've decided to, just for have the long shots with this, I'll bring it back to 0, or a little bit like that, okay? So that can show you the object, what I'm doing. And then for the close-ups, I'll still use my ZV-1 Mark II. And that way you can see all the operations I do. So that was my fix for that. ZV-10 I did move to up there, so it's not in a tunnel effect. It was having some focusing problems with this Elgato low profile arm, which I mounted a camera on, ZV-1 Mark II. But everything is working. I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras again on this system. It's all Sony. So this is the ZV-E10, ZV-1 Mark II, the puppy cam or kitty and puppy cam. That's the A6100, A7C, and then ZV-1. Okay, so thank you for watching. This is my decision. I will use the, like I said before, the Rode wireless Go mic on the other studio. And I mean, I could use this mic also over there, which worked before, but I've noticed that when I get up and show things on the tape, it's easier just to use the mobile one. I just have to remember to turn both of them on and make sure that they're fully charged. That's the only downside. I am thinking of getting a plug where they just stay charged. I don't know if they stay charged plugged in, but that's another video I can do on. So I got 2 videos coming up after this. I'm comparing the Tamron 28-75 version 2 on the Nikon for the Z mount with the Nikkor 28-75, which everybody thinks it was a rebranded Tamron, but with a Nikon name on it. Okay, so I'm going to be comparing those two neck to neck, and then I'll be showing some videos from the old film camera lenses that I picked up. One from the Leica, which is the Voigtlander. It's from the M mount. It's all manual, but I like that 75mm Helios. And on the Zeiss, it's the macro planner, 50mm. And I like it where it's focused in the middle and then it kind of blurs the side. So it gives it a little character. So I'll do a lot of macros and stuff with that lens. And I'll have them both. I'll have all 4 lenses on the ZF. And that's another thing, just to show that how good that camera is. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe. Keep smiling until next time. I shall see you then. Goodbye, folks. Have a wonderful day.